But this is like they're letting me. Here, please.
Brad might have to end this.
Have less than a minute.
Yes.
Good. Good for him.
He told me that, yeah.
Yeah, she's our bulldog.
May 4th, 2026 Utility Service Board meeting to order. This time we will say the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible.
All right, if you would call the roll, please.
Matt York.
Here.
Tom Stewart.
Here.
Terry Thompson. Lindsay Morris. Matt Hurley.
Present. Okay, at this time, I have a motion to approve minutes of the last meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Don makes a motion. Do I have a second?
Yes, I'll second Don's motion.
Matt Hurley seconds. Any further discussion, comments, questions, additions, or deletions? If not, all signify. Motion carries. No public comment? Okay. Mr. Barter. Mr. Barter.
Moving on to stormwater. I mean, we had a little bit of rain last week, but really no issues. I mean, it was, Storm King was full and rocking and rolling for a few days, but wasn't too bad. I don't really have anything else on stormwater.
Okay.
I think a picture of Wheeler Lane. Got all good grass on it. Looks good. So I don't have anything else stormwater.
Russell, Wheeler Lane, where's it drain to?
Drains to Twin Oaks. The catch basin there, Twin Oaks.
That used to be a very wet environment on that.
It's probably still wet. There's just somewhere it just gets way better now. But you got all that behind there, the railroad tracks, and it's wet. Oh.
Questions or further comments on stormwater? Wastewater.
Collection system, I got the pad poured for the pump on Friday, so probably next couple of weeks we'll set the pump. We'll let the concrete cure for a week to 10 days before we set that big pump on top of it. So that'll be hooked up in the next 30 days probably.
Does that pump require the bolted to that pad? I mean,
I don't think so.
Will it have vibration?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
I think it's way too big to vibrate.
Okay. All right.
So I ordered a flow meter for that project on last week, so he'll be here in 2 or 3 weeks. So we'll be getting it, start finishing the piping, and get the pump set, and you start up on it. See if we can afford to put fuel in it. I think it holds like 200 gallons, so it'll be a big price tag, probably. So I don't really, I mean, basically collection systems still the same, locates, relocates, and relocates. I just drove through Shaw Park and this guy pulling up all the flags so he can mow, so we'll be relocating those, I'm sure.
Do you have a fuel supplier contracted?
A what?
You have a fuel supplier contracted for that pump?
We get all our fuel from Premier.
They'll be able to get in and
Oh yeah,
put fuel in.
yeah. And it's gonna have a low fuel alarm on it, so it'll let me know when it gets low.
Russell, how often do you anticipate that thing? Okay, scenario. say we, hit some dry weather, into July, August, into
It won't
September.
run. It's only gonna run when we get into heavy rain.
Okay.
The
So,
way it'll be set up is when that station starts getting to high level, it'll lock out the electric pumps and it'll kick this on.
okay,
You know, and then every week we will exercise it to make sure
Right.
everything's
Right.
good and go. All that.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I don't anticipate it run only in, you know, it's not even gonna run in an inch rain, but we get inch and a half, 2 inches, it's gonna run.
I'm sure it's required to do a monthly 30-day inspection. I said, I'm sure it's required to do a 30-day inspection.
But we'll do it every week.
Right.
We check lift stations every week, so
Okay,
that'll
okay,
be on the list.
good,
So,
good.
so I don't have anything else on just unless you got something for me.
Okay, treatment plant.
Treatment plan, running good. We did start bio monitoring today. I don't know if everybody on the board still understands what bio monitoring is, but it's basically
Are you looking
taking
at
our effluent and see if water fleas and tadpoles will live in it. This is basically what it is. So we'll sample all 3 days this week and hopefully, I'm sure we'll pass, but now I've been in kind of contact with IDM and say, you know, you need to tell me why you made me do it twice a year. Twice a year since 1995. So we're going to be submitting them a letter and ask them to reduce it to once a year because it's $3,500 to run it, so it's not cheap. So, and I have got contact with IDM and got the paperwork to modify our land application permit to where we can haul it to Jefferson County for that farmer that's interested in taking it all. So I really don't.
Russell, what about chemical? Has it skyrocketed during the last year?
I haven't got any well, but it's went up 5 times in the last since tariffs got put on Canada. It's went up 5 times, and I'm sure there's going to be what they do is they put a surcharge on it, so you're basically paying a delivery fee. So
But every utility in the
I
state
mean,
going
probably
through the
not.
same process.
I probably don't have enough money in the budget to pay for this year. And we even added more. Charlie even added more before the budget got approved to be safe, but I don't think we're safe. So, but I mean, there's not, you know, it works good and, you know, there's other things out there, but it works so good. I just hate to take a chance of getting into violations and all that with the state. So I don't really have anything else on collection. The only thing I got to, I did talk to Brian on the way here. The truck will be delivered tomorrow. Tomorrow, Wednesday, they're bringing it to us.
For those of you that don't know, the new lift truck came in and I'm gonna have to look at it. The feet of the right hand side, the utility body, and every fitting, every nut was corroded. And when I looked at it, the more upset I got for as much as that truck was. And I went and got Brian, had him come out, take a look at it. He took pictures of it, got a hold of the rep from Clark Truck, raised 7 kinds of you know what, which I did with him. And long story short, they took the truck back over to Clark Truck Equipment and put another brand new crane on it. And the manager at Clark finally admitted to Brian that the company told him that crane had been laying out for about 3 or 4 months. So hopefully the one that they replaced this with is a brand new crane. Right out of the
It's a
garden.
brand new one out of the box.
Long have we had it?
We have
I took
We,
it back.
he picked it up 3 days later. He went back to country and went to Crawfordsville to get the crane replaced.
No, it came like that.
Yes.
Trust me, that phone call that Brian made was not really pretty, so.
That's great.
But it's gonna be taken care of.
Well, Russell, Terry, thanks for doing a close inspection on it and catching that.
Well, how much was that truck?
103,000.
Yeah, $103,000 with a piece of specialized equipment on it. That was a lot of the cost. I mean, that was 50% of the cost of the truck was the crane to deliver it in that kind of shape, that kind of condition. Brian never went out and looked at it either before it was cleaned up when they brought it back from Crawfordsville or before Russell went out and signed all the paperwork. I went out and looked at it and I walked around it and looked at the crane assembly on it. It just infuriated me for that kind of money.
Right.
But Brian made it right, so we're good. We'll be good. I'm sure he's gonna inspect it before we get out there.
Oh yeah, he put enough heat on Clark truck that they knew they had to make it right. You scroll to the left, and I got about 8 or 10 pictures of the fittings on there.
So that's all I got. Will's yours, Will.
Water distribution. Last Wednesday, we had utility service group down to do the annual cleaning of Gum Street Tower. The actual washout and everything went well. Unfortunately, whenever I went to start filling it, the gasket for the manway started to leak, so I ended up having to call them back the second day. They ended up replacing the gasket on it and getting it all sealed back up. Because of the 1 day delay, we ended up not getting the Gum Street Tower back into service until Sunday, yesterday. And it had been scheduled to start flushing last night, but we had to delay it 1 day because I had one tower out of service. So that being said, we're going to start flushing tonight through the rest of this week. Hopefully everything goes well with it. Friday evening, got a call from dispatch on the corner of 7th and Summit. We had a semi truck run over one of our hydrants.
Oh my God.
So, and it's a no truck street. So by the time I got into town, they had him pulled over on 4th Street. Given it being on that corner where it's at, and there's actually 2 mains in that road, and it's kind of a tight fit, I have contacted O'Mara to replace that hydrant. So we're going to do an insert valve. The earliest they can get their insert valve machine there is Wednesday. So Wednesday or Thursday, they're going to be doing that, replacing it. Did talk to the homeowner. Throughout the years, that road got widened, and subsequently that hydrant kind of got pushed out to the very edge of the road. Talked to the homeowner where it's at now. We're actually going to put it into his yard further in, so it's less likely to be hit going forward. And he's perfectly fine with that. He's more than happy.
He got there, but he was on Brick Street.
The semi was?
Yeah. Matt and Christy were in Ashes, and I was in there at the same time. And I've been over talking to them. Brick Street, he turned out 4th.
Oh, that's what happened.
It happened before that.
Did the water shoot up like it does on the movies?
Yeah. Student who said that their hydrant got ran over, like close, and I was like, oh, is there water coming out everywhere? She said no. That wasn't.
Terry, one thing that bothers me, and last week when I was on vacation, of course, picked up, and I saw it this weekend. I've seen triaxle dump trucks driving on the bypass, which is the old US 50, which is a county road semi,
Mhm.
coming into North Vernon. And boys, I want to tell you what, they're supposed to, they can access North Vernon through bypass down 7 and 3. They're going to have to do something because county, if that 50 starts to deteriorate, that is going to be expensive to blacktop. The city has a responsibility out there, just west of
Yeah, city
Middle
and
School
county.
Road that comes in. Now, they're in good shape, and I think on their, that was part of the deal when the county took 50 over. They resurfaced that from the roundabout and did an excellent job. They keep on bringing heavy trucks and loads on that.
Oh, I hear you.
Stuff.
You know, every other week or so, I see one trying to turn on Greensburg Street. There's a sign on each side of Greensburg facing State Street, no trucks, or no semis, or whatever it is.
Well, I think it says it out there around about
I mean, that's why that road's bad up there by Tripton Park.
Where?
Right there by Tripton Park where that goes through there. They never.
Oh, yeah.
They never did fix that when they were doing Buckeye.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I have for distribution. Moving on to the plant, everything's been operating pretty normal. We did have our spring clean out of the backwash tank. We got that knocked out in less than half of a day, so that went pretty well. It usually doesn't take anywhere near as long as it used to if we're doing it twice a year. I know there's a few years where it was not done on a periodic basis, and it took quite a lengthy amount of time to do it. But the last couple of years we're doing it twice a year, and it takes just a few hours. So beyond that, the plant's running fine. Nothing real to report there. Unless you guys got something for me
What do you're starting your flushing now?
tonight. Here in 2.5 hours.
Okay, any questions or comments for Will? Okay, this period we have claims in the amount of $254,434.89. We have all had a chance to look at the claim dockets. If there are no further questions or comments, may I have a motion to approve the claims?
motion.
Matt Hurley makes a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Matt York seconds. Any further discussion? All in favor? Motion carries. Okay. Mackenzie?
I don't really think the office has anything. I mean, Kara didn't tell me anything going on. Do you know of anything? I mean, everything's running fine. Still just a lot of calls, kind of confused about the new system. But once we refer them, this month's a lot better just because all the information's on the new printout bill. So they have all the information that they didn't have last month.
Okay, good. Sue, you with us?
I'm with you.
Okay, what do you have for us this week?
I really don't have anything. We should have some reports. Russell and I are working on stormwater and stuff. So, but we're just now delving into a new idea on rates. So, nothing to report necessarily there just yet.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Uh-huh.
City Council.
I went, but there wasn't much with us other than they did approve the change in the salary ordinance for part-time for us. So, but really wasn't much else on there for us. I don't know if you've heard or seen, but we do have a new street commissioner started last.
Yeah, that was posted last week. Okay, unfinished business. New business. Anything we can do for you?
Good.
Okay, at this time, I have a motion to adjourn.
It's adjourned.
Lindsay makes a motion. Matt Hurley seconds. All in favor? Thank you for a good meeting.